People's Food Co-op is your neighborhood grocery store owned by 12,000 of your friends and neighbors. They serve high-quality foods, natural products, and support local farmers, featuring organic produce, meat and seafood, house-made bakery, deli, and more. You don't have to be an owner to shop. Learn more at www.pfc.coop. Prevention is the key to a healthy life. That's why Gunderson Health encourages you to learn about vaccines and how they can help you and your loved ones stay healthy. Vaccines protect against preventable diseases and viruses by boosting your body's defenses. Visit GundersonHealthFacts.com to learn more. Driftless Music Gardens presents People Fest, coming up August 10th through 11th, a music and camping extravaganza set in the beautiful rolling hills of the Driftless region of Wisconsin, the best mini fest in the whole Midwest. Learn more, buy tickets, and on-site camping at driftlessmusicgardens.com. We chat with Janine Sheffert of SeedSaversExchange. We get into the story behind the organization, programming and resources, and upcoming events at the library and farm. Listen to our podcast at lacrosselocal.com or your preferred podcast app. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is Lacrosse Local.
My name is Janine Sheffert. I was actually born here in Decorah, Iowa. And gosh, what led me to Seed Savers? I actually grew up coming out to Seed Savers for some of their events. I remember having potlucks in the barn here and carving pumpkins. And it was just this really special place that existed in my growing up years. What led me to working here is many things: a love of gardening and seeds, growing things. Actually, my art. At the time that I first started working here, I was doing some education programs and also a self-employed artist. And Seed Savers reached out to me about being on the studio tour here in Decorah and hosting me for that. And so in talking to them and being out here, it just felt like a really lovely place to be and an organization I would want to work more closely with. And so there was an opening at the time for an event and volunteer coordinator, and I applied to that and started there. I have since become the education and engagement manager, so running the education programs and engagement events and programs. And it's been a great journey. I love working with seeds and with people who want to learn more about seeds and connecting to seeds and growing your own food and flowers and herbs, celebrating seed stories.
I've known about your organization for some time, seeing the posters for your larger music festival fundraiser. Also caught you at Coon Creek Community Watershed, their annual event a couple months ago. You guys were handing out free seeds, educating people. Is that kind of the purpose behind the organization, getting people to use these seeds and educate them on the process and all that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the story of how Seed Savers started actually starts with our co-founder, Diane Ott Whaley, when she was a little girl. She would visit her grandfather, and they had these morning glory vines that crawled up the side of her porch. And every fall, when it was time to go back to school, she would go back and help her grandfather collect these morning glory seed pods. So they'd have these seeds that they could share with other people and continue to grow. When she got older, she was going to get married. She was going to move away. She thought, gosh, it'd be nice to have some of these morning glory seeds in my own new home. And so she asked for these seeds. And when he gave them to her, he gave her those seeds and also German pink tomato seeds, and told her that they had been in the family for generations and had actually come from Bavaria with the family when they emigrated to the US. And so at that point, she started feeling, even stronger connection to these seeds. And she also started to worry, what if I'm actually the only person who is still growing these seeds? And what if something happens to me or my garden? And these seeds that have been so important to my family for so long no longer exist. And so she and her husband at the time, Kent, sent out this all call to gardeners to try a seed swap, an exchange of seeds, with the idea that if I'm growing something in my garden and I've shared those seeds with you and you're also growing them in your garden, even if something happens to me or my garden, those seeds won't disappear from the earth because you're also growing them. And the more people that grow them, the more we can ensure their survival into the future. And so that was the very first seed exchange that they set up, but that has grown year after year. And we now have this big inch thick, we call it the yearbook, and it's a gardener to gardener seed exchange where people can list the seeds that they have to offer. And Seed Savers Exchange actually now has 20,000 varieties, and we list about 8,000 there that we have to offer. You can reach out to each other and exchange those seeds. So that was kind of the beginning of Seed Savers, how it started, why it started. We want to pay attention to biodiversity, to saving these seeds that have been so important generation after generation, and to share those seeds and those stories. And at this point, we also are really focused on educating people. Anyone who wants to start this for the first time, we want to provide resources and information for people to be able to do that and save seeds themselves.
So kind of jumping into your website here, it looks like you just have a ton of information, resources, programming. Can you kind of take us through that? What can people find out?
Yeah, we have a lot of different resources. So like you said, the seedsavers.org, our learn page, we have grow guides, we have resources of how to save seeds, a lot of things that can help you on that journey. We also have events, both online and now starting again in-person events that will help you learn more about saving seeds and growing food. We also have what is called the Community Seed Network. We are partnering with Seed Change, an organization in Canada, to create this communityseednetwork.org. And that is also a platform where you can find other people who are saving seeds or organizations who are saving seeds or who have resources. And there are also resources there about how to save seeds, what to look for, and also how to start a seed library or a seed bank. And there are lots of different organizations and community building opportunities through seeds as well.
You know, you referenced the farm, also the libraries. Is that something that people can just show up the day of and kind of check out?
Our grounds are open dawn to dusk every day year round. So we definitely invite you to come visit. We have 8 miles of hiking trails. You're welcome to peruse the gardens on your own. You don't need to set up a time. We do also have guided tours for groups of 15 or more. And so for that, and those are weekday tours. Call in or look on our website to be able to set that up. But we do guided tours for groups of 15 or more, but you don't need that to come visit. You're welcome to come visit anytime. We have 2 orchards that are lovely to stroll through. We have ancient White Park cattle that if you walk a little ways out, you can see a couple of herds of ancient White Park cattle. And of course, our visitor center is open this time of year from March through October from 10 to 5 every day.
Looks like you have your annual benefit concert coming up too here just around the corner.
Yes, we're so excited about this. Of course, because of the pandemic, there were a couple of years we couldn't have an in-person concert. This is the first one since the pandemic that we're having in person, and I'm so excited about this. Like you said, it's Saturday, August 5th. And it's here outdoors on the hillside. It's kind of a magical setting under the stars with Diane's garden and the barn behind you. It is August 5th. We have Lissy, William Elliott Whitmore, David Huckfelt, Dave Moore, and Anne Humphrey. It's going to be a beautiful evening. Like you said, there's many ways to support us, including buying seeds, coming to our events, visiting our farm, but you can also become a member. And you can also donate. And those are both things you can find pretty easily on our website, again, at seedsavers.org. For donations, it's easy to just give a donation of any kind. For membership, there are a few different kinds of memberships, but there's a $30 paperless membership. You get a number of benefits, including member growing club seeds, if you like. At the $50 or level or higher, you get a free yearbook, which is that gardener to gardener seed exchange print out, although that also is available free online. You wouldn't need the printout itself. And we have our quarterly magazine, the Heritage Farm Companion, and then also reciprocal admissions with different gardens throughout the US. And of course, just knowing that you're supporting the education and preservation mission of Seed Savers.
La Crosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at La Crosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the La Crosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.